Well, hello again. It's Sunday, the 30th of March. Is it? I don't seem to have wound the date round on the watch. I was trying to adjust the time. Never mind. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Or is it the 31st? Anyway, it's Sunday. At the end of March. It's April next week. Now, I made the mistake of ripping the notes out of the book, and I managed to rip through the pages about 2/3 of the way up, so this might be a little less jointed, a little less seamless than it has been in the past. Not much to report on again this week, of course. We have Congressman Burlison has hired David Grusch as an advisor on UAPs. You know, they're sort of looking at it, Luna's Secrets Task Force, whatever it is. I think it's a 4-month appointment Grusch has got. And now it's interesting that Burlison is actually a skeptic. He says he doesn't think these UAPs are aliens from another planet. But he's interested to find out what's at the bottom of all this. And I think, well, that's about bloody time, really, isn't it? If Luna's going to say to these guys, put up or shut up, which is what I think she's going to be saying, because she said recently that she's not interested in any more stories, she wants to see evidence. So if Luna's involved, and Burlison has got Grusch on board, because remember, Grusch would run and hide from AARO. He wouldn't have a bar of talking to AARO, because he knows AARO are cleared to hear anything he's got to say. He doesn't need a SKIF to talk to AARO. He knows that. Yeah, he runs away and hides under the table. He won't talk to AARO. He knows because AARO's cleared to hear any testimony. They're cleared to look into any program in any compartment. And if you look at the thing that was actually put out by AARO, it says, please come and talk to us. You know, there won't be any repercussions. We're cleared to hear anything you have to say. And he ran away and hid under the table. That's because he knows it's science fiction rubbish, and as soon as he tells AARO what he's got to reveal, they'll check it out and they'll say this is science fiction rubbish. It's as simple as that. And then away go all the talking fees, the DVDs, the TV show appearances, and TV shows, even books, you know. So Burlison has hired Grusch as an advisor. Go to the part of the page. Nothing like a professional YouTube video, eh? This is nothing like a professional YouTube video. Now, he says Grusch has all the contacts, you know. Grusch knows all the science fiction piffle peddlers. And Grusch can get these people to come forward into this SKIF. They're in a SKIF. And Burlison's going to be there. AARO is going to be there. So it's seriously looking like this is put up or shut up time, because Grusch can't say, I tried to get in contact with AARO, but they knocked me back, if AARO's sitting at the table. If Jim Kozlowski's sitting at the table, Grusch has got nowhere to go, has he? Elizondo's going to be there as well. So I think it's seriously looking like put up or shut up time. And these guys are going to be telling AARO, in the presence of Burlison and Luna, their science fiction rubbish. AARO will be able to check it out. AARO will say, okay, well, I'll get back to you. And they'll go and check it out, and they'll say, this is drivel, you know, it's none of it's real. Now, Mellon's going to be there as well. Elizondo, Mellon, Grusch, Burlison, hopefully Luna and Mace, and Jim Kozlowski. That's his name, Jim Kozlowski, isn't it? The new director of AARO. So, hang on, I've got to go back to the second piece of the... apparently the SKIF is happening in April, so it's within the next few weeks. It's April the 1st tomorrow, probably. So okay. So Luna has already said she's not interested in stories. She wants to see some evidence. Let's hope she sticks to her guns. And let's hope that Elizondo, Mellon and Grusch don't wriggle out of this. It's all very well saying, oh yeah, we want to do it. And then they'll be saying, well, we tried and tried, but AARO don't want to know. We don't want to know us. That's probably where this is going, because they know they can't possibly tell their stories to AARO. Because as soon as they do, AARO's going to reveal it all as being complete and utter rubbish. Yeah, getting AARO, Elizondo, Grusch, Mellon, Burlison, Luna and Mace all in the same place at the same time, I reckon that for sure is the way to go. Then there's no ambiguity, is there? It's no, well, you know, I wanted to see them and they knocked me back. Luna will know what AARO has to say to Grusch, and maybe even what Grusch has to say to AARO. But if he's going to give them the same spiel he's given on the television about people being murdered to keep it all quiet, you know, and he knows that there's alien bodies because he's been told. He said he's also wants to see if he can subpoena some hostile witnesses. So who's that going to be? You know, Hal Puthoff, Eric Davis, you know, Carl Nell, Admiral Galladay, all these people that are peddling all this rubbish without a scrap of tangible evidence. Get them in there, see what they know. Oh, I've been told, you know. Yeah, next. Yeah, thanks, Admiral. Cheerio. You, Colonel? Well, I've been told. Look at all the people who are saying it. Yeah, cheerio, Colonel. Now, Eric Davis, you've been working on this stuff for years and years, haven't you? And you go, oh, no, I was told by Hal Puthoff. Cheerio, Dr. Davis. Now, Dr. Puthoff, what can you tell us about working on these alien spacecraft? And he'll say, well, just look at all the people that say it's happening. It must be true. And that'll be Hal Puthoff. Because it's all rubbish. Absolute rubbish. The fanboys, of course, will never believe it. You know, they're going to be screaming cover up until they drop off the perch, and that's exactly what's going to happen because there's nothing to disclose. They'll all be dead. You know, they'll be wheeled. They'll be being wheeled into the furnace, and they'll be going, "It's all a cover up. The government's covering it up. It's all real." Screaming out of their urns. You know, be a bit echoey, of course. You might have to take the lid off. It's a cover up. The ashes of a fanboy. So this SKIF's all very well, completely pointless, of course. Don't need a SKIF to talk to AARO. Any of these guys can they could all just go and talk to AARO as is. Burlison was asked, do you think Grusch will get his security clearance back? What the hell difference does that make? Why would he need a security clearance to talk about this stuff? He's supposed to be a whistleblower. Whistleblowers do not care about security clearances. They don't care about NDAs. Do you think Edward Snowden cared about his security clearance or NDA? Any NDA he might have signed when he blew the whistle. That's the difference between a whistleblower and a fake whistleblower. Grusch, Elizondo, Puthoff, Davis, all these guys know it's a complete load of rubbish. It's science fiction drivel. And they know that. There wouldn't be all this hedging. Oh, we can't tell you because of this. We can't tell you because of that. That's not blowing the whistle, is it? They know as soon as they spill the beans, it'll be checked out and it'll be rejected as rubbish. And that's why they're backpedaling like mad all last year, keeping away from AARO. So Grusch wants to subpoena some hostile witnesses. Well, I'll get a bucket of popcorn. I reckon that's going to be quite amusing. Oh dear. AARO's going to be John Kozlowski, not Jim, isn't it? Is it John Kozlowski? The director of AARO, anyway. He's going to be sitting there with his bucket of popcorn, yeah, and then you were floated through the wall, Mr. Salas. Yeah, and taken aboard an alien spacecraft. Yes. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Salas, but I'm supposed to keep a straight face when I'm interviewing witnesses, but this is really quite difficult. Mouthful of popcorn. So Burlison is a skeptic. He says he used those. He used that word. He said, "I'm a skeptic. I don't believe these UAPs are aliens from another planet." He said, "But I do believe that money's being spent on things that we're not aware of. You know. So we need to get to the bottom of this and find out what's really going on." And I think Luna thinks the same. Mace thinks the same. I'm pretty sure they don't believe the planet is being visited by aliens. Now, Burlison says, "Oh, Trump is the disclosure president. Trump is the disclosure president." Yeah, I've seen Trump on 2 television interviews say that personally he doesn't believe in aliens. He said, "Well, there's some good guys that say they've seen things." He said, "But personally, I don't believe in aliens." That's pretty much verbatim what Trump said. He's got no interest in this subject at all. And he's certainly got bigger fish to fry than aliens he doesn't believe in at the moment, hasn't he? Trump will be the disclosure president. And then Burlison says, "Just look at the stuff they're releasing with regard to JFK. You know, I mean, who cares? Personally, I couldn't care less who killed Kennedy or MLK, you know. I really could not care less. All I want to know is, are aliens visiting the Earth? If you tell me yes they are, I would like to see some tangible evidence to back up that statement, because it's such a monumental statement. And the people that are spruiking all this rubbish have got a terrible pedigree. They may very well have worked in the military, you know, but Elizondo is charging people money to show them pictures of a reflection of a chandelier and saying it's a mothership. You know, he's saying, "I can't say this and I can't say that, or because of my security clearances." Yet he left his job at the Pentagon to spill the beans, is what he tells us. He's not a whistleblower. He's a fake whistleblower. And they're just milking it for money. Your money. This is all hopefully going to be put to bed very soon, because it very much looks to me like it's put up or shut up time. I think Luna and Mace & Co. are sick of hearing about this. And I think they've said, "Okay, let's get everybody in the same room at the same time and get to the bottom of it." And good on Luna for that. It's put up or STFU time. Elizondo and Grusch and all these other plastic bloody celebrities in the flying saucer business, you know. Anyway, I think that's it. It's only a short video this week. I didn't actually set the timer, but I know it's going to be less than 30 minutes. It's a shame actually there's not a countdown on the screen, but I know it's going to be less than 30 minutes because I've only got, even with the pages cut in half, there's only about half the pages I normally have. Pardon me. So I'll make a bold prediction. They'll either run away and not do it, not get involved. They won't talk to AARO. You're never going to see Elizondo on a polygraph. That's 2 bold predictions. Or I'll make a third one. If they do go and talk to AARO, AARO will say it's all rubbish. It's all science fiction rubbish. He'll just say, Kozlowski will say exactly what Kirkpatrick said. That we've looked into it, it's all science fiction stories perpetuated by a core of piffle peddlers. I mean, he put it a little more professionally than that, but that's what he said. Anyway, it's 5:30 in the afternoon, still 32 degrees here in sunny Western Australia, as you can probably see. Relentless blue sky. And as always, many thanks for watching. If you've struggled through the video all the way to this point, I'm sorry they're getting a bit repetitive, but the information that's coming out is pretty repetitive. There's nothing new. You know, the psionic bullshit has evaporated, hasn't it, as quickly as it appeared. Jake Barber and his bloody bullshit's all gone already. There's just so little to say that it's hardly worth me sitting in front of the camera. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll catch you again.